Let's go.
£15. The handles are 5, and you got 5 on each side, 15. All right, let's do the last set. Last set. All right. First exercise in the template is done. We're going to leave the bar there. That'll be shrugs next. We'll put on 45 pounders. We'll film these guys. Keep it all in the workout. IPS. The reason I set this up the way that I do, and it's for symmetry. It's for creating, this is what to me bodybuilding is about. It's creating, taking the clay and putting it where you need to put the clay. And it works out very nicely when you treat it as a sculpturing rather than just all out rudeness. All right, the next exercise, I like lateral raises, either seated or standing. And in a workout, I'll usually do a combination of both, but we'll see how it goes. I might do all these seated because it's relatively lightweight. We got 15 pounds. And on these, you really don't need to go very heavy. These are not a power move because the shoulders are relatively a small muscle group. You don't want to overstress them. All right, first set, side laterals. 10. We'll do 5 of these, 5 sets. And then we'll move on to shrugs right here, and then finish off with some neck harness, some neck work. And that's pretty much it for the day. That's about all we do. Keeping cortisol low, not going hog wild, going with maximum weights, and it's the whole idea of very few exercises in a template is so that you're not overriding your nervous system. You don't want to override the nervous system. And that will happen once you start adding a shitload of exercises, into the mix. And it's not so much because of the quantity of exercises, is that you'll get away with it not causing cortisol if you have like 8 exercises in a template, but you'll have to go 2 to 3 sets on each one. If you were to go 5 to 6 sets like I do, then you're going to start getting into nervous system, because you want to relatively, do justice to the lift. And what you're seeing here is that this is just a break-in period after the layoff. Usually these would be much heavier weights, and they would be pushed 1 to maybe 1 or 0 reps in reserve. Today is not that. Today is just breaking back in. I don't care about, bringing it right up to 0 reserve or 1 in the tank. It's just to get back acclimated from the layoff. That's all this is. It feels damn good. And the way I have these arranged is really nice. I like it because the upright rows hit the shoulders, side delts, upper traps. These hit side delts, and then the shrugs is like a finisher. It compounds on what the previous, on the previous lift did. The upright rows, side laterals, and then you throw the shrugs in right afterwards, and then that it's a beautiful all-around combination for the whole upper shoulders. It just works out really nice. Really nice. Yeah, what the fuck do... I know. I'm just an old geezer. The thing I do believe, though, at the end of the day, programming is absolutely crucial. This is why I put so much focus on it and why I arrange things the way that I do. There's a reason for the madness. Yeah, it feels good. And this is good for the And the way I have these arranged is really nice. I like it because the upright rows hit the shoulders, side delts, upper traps. These hit side delts, and then the shrugs is like a finisher. It compounds on what the other two lifts previous, on the previous lift did. The upright rows, side laterals, and then you throw the shrugs in right afterwards, and then neck. It's a beautiful all-around combination for the whole upper shoulders. It just works out really nice. Really nice. Yeah, what the fuck do I know? I'm just an old geezer.
Oh, fuck.
The thing I do believe, though, at the end of the day, programming is absolutely crucial. And this is why I put so much focus on it and why I arrange things the way that I do. There's a reason for the madness. It feels good. And this is good for the shoulders, really. It gets blood in there, and you'll notice also these are not Blaha side laterals. There's another exercise named after Blaha side laterals where he just stands and he's flinging the weight up, just flipping it up. Now again, there's nothing wrong with that, but that should be done after you've done this. You pre-exhaust, then cheat. You don't cheat from the start. That's horseshit. You're going to end up hurting your shoulders. You want to get blood in there. You want to get circulation, tendons, and everything. All right. Third set. Third set, baby. 15 pounds. Nice and smooth. Eight. I could have got one or two more. I don't want to push it. Felt good. Feels good. You want it to feel good. For 8. 2 more. I'm just going to film this whole thing. I apologize for it being long, but it'll be long, but that way you get a real-time view. And it'll probably be the last one that I film on there for this length, just so you get a view inside of what the hell I do out here. And this applies to at the gym also, except at the gym, I have 2 gyms I go to. My workplace, which is my gym that I have for life, and I have a local gym that I do because they each have different equipment. So when I go to my local gym here, that has a four-way Nautilus. So when doing this workout, it'll be exactly the same there, except the only difference is at the end of the workout, I'll do a four-way Nautilus neck machine. To finish off where as of today, we're going to do the harness. Where is the harness at? Hold on, let's grab it. We'll get it over here, get it ready here. The harness, the four-way neck harness. And I don't mind this, it's just cumbersome, you got to strap it on. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But it gets the job done. At the end of the day, that's what matters. All right. And another thing you'll notice, I move through these pretty quickly when I'm doing it. When breaking back in and the poundages are lighter, I do these, I move through the breaks are about 2 minutes. They're not 4 or 5 minutes like usual because I'm using substantially lighter weight. All right. Slow on the eccentric, baby. $15 by 8. One more, then we move on to the shrugs. Yeah, you wanna avoid Blaha movements. You're gonna get hurt. That's why his mobility is all fucked up. The jerky movements he does and the way he moves. It's kind of, bad to use it as an example, but it's something you could learn from, When we were learning how to drive heavy equipment on ship docks and cranes, you watch films of what people did wrong, and you learn. And that's what we can do with watching Blaha movements. You can look at it and see what you've done wrong so you can correct it. All right. Yeah, today we did these all seated, and it's all right. I like the stability seated, Keeps you focused. If you're standing, you have the tendency to bounce it up. You want to keep these under control, and really, what you're trying to do is hit that side lateral. You want to hit it. These also work the traps too. When you get heavy weight and you start flinging them, there's nothing wrong with flinging them, but it should be after like what I've done here. Like let's say I reach the 5th set where I can't even do it, then you can put on heavy weight and go like this to there to just finish it, to put the icing on the cake. It's all in a day's work, That's it. That's it. All right. use the V8s. I like the V8 straps, they're pretty good. This goes out to you, old Daddy 61. I'm using straps. Maybe you'll get an idea of why I'm using them, all right? We're doing shrugs. I'm not trying to work grip strength, all right? I'm trying to work my traps. They're two different things. You want to work grip strength, load up the dumbbells with 90, 100 pounds and just hold them. Just stand and static hold them or walk around. But holding them in one place is the best way. Just like in martial arts, you get horse stance and you just hold it just like this for as long as you can. Static holds. That's what's going to build your grip, freaking grip. Hammer curls builds your grip. So straps are needed, and they're absolutely essential to focus on that muscle group, that area. You get it, old Natty 61? All right. Now this is relatively lightweight for me, 225, but we might keep it just here, or we might increase it, see how it feels. That felt pretty easy. I'm going to increase the weight. We'll stay at 275 and just stay there. We'll add 25 on each side. That should be plenty. We're not going to go up any higher than this. And after workout's done, I'll give you my first meal of the day. Half pound of ground sirloin, 2 eggs. I cook the sirloin, put the 2 eggs in, scramble it up, and fresh cheddar cheese, 80 grams, and I make a sirloin stir-fry scramble. You could put some onions in there, that's pretty good, I've done that. And 2 cups of whole milk. And I want to make this clear. So people out there that you don't have, how would I say it, access to raw milk or grass-fed beef or ground beef, that's fine, use regular. It's cheaper and it does the same thing. Well, not the same thing. What I mean is you're still going to get something out of it. You don't have to resort to everything grass-fed. You know, you can get by without, I don't do everything grass-fed. As long as you get the meat, and you'll be fine. You'll save some money. Not all of us have access to it, and not all of us have the money to afford it. It's expensive. So if you're on a budget, by all means, use regular freaking ground beef. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's better than eating cereal, I assure you that. It's better than eating an in the morning, a banana, an orange juice, and a bowl of Captain Crunch cereal. I can assure you of that. All right. $265, baby. $265. Yeah. $8. No, 275. What the hell am I talking? It's 275. 25. Yeah, 275. The hell's wrong with me? 275 or 8. And we're going to stay right there. 245-pounders and 225-pounders at the bar, 275. So, like I said, if you don't have access, buy the cheaper stuff and get some animal protein in. And also, if you like, you can do watermelon. Cantaloupe are very good. They're very low oxalates. I eat low oxalates. I have an oxalate calculator that I got from, what's her name? Can't think of her name, but she's got a book and I bought the book and it's tremendous. And I can't think of her name right now. She did all the whole oxalate, but she says she's got a book out and it's pretty awesome. So what if I want to have a vegetable, I'll look it up. And cantaloupe, freaking a whole cantaloupe has like maybe 5-10 milligrams, which is extremely low. Watermelon is the same. It has extremely low oxalates. And you're never going to avoid oxalates, even your own body makes them. And so by putting some of these vegetables in there and fruits, what you're doing is you're feeding your microbiome in your gut. And it's very good. All right. And I'll vary the grip on these also. Like I'll go narrow, then wide. This one will go a little wider. Get those traps working. Wow, those hit completely different area when you go wide. I believe her name is Sally Norton. Yeah, I think that's her name. I hope. All right, it's Wednesday, the 22nd of July, 2026. All right, today is number 3 in the rotation, which consists of behind the neck press, lying tricep extensions, and barbell curls. All right, so it's a little hot today, pretty damn hot. So it's early in the morning. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish, right around there. Just had my coffee. And we're going to get into this. So I'm going to try to finish this up early and get it out of the way. All right, so behind the neck presses, I don't know. We'll see where we go with this. Play it by ear. Let's get this bad boy broken in here. All right. Let's go out, just start out, let's just warm it up here. Let's do that. With just the bar. Up there. These pants, I think I'm going to have to throw them out. I patched them. Look at these things, they're just rattling apart. You know, I will tell you this though. Where I go places with these are my workout jeans. And I just keep patching them up. And wherever I go, they always ask me, man, those are cool pants. Where'd you get them? I go, I don't know, the tag's not even on these things anymore. They're old. I have no idea. Anyway. All right, let's go to 95 pounds on the bar. Just first set, 95. 25 pounders. Hope these guys aren't too high that warps here. All right. Yeah, so looks like I may have to throw these guys out. The crotch is ripped out. I got underwear, don't worry. All right. Seal it out. Divide by 6. All right. Not too shabby.
Hey Google, 95 pounds into kilos.
95 pounds is approximately 43.1 kilograms.
So let's go up to 100, 2.5 pounders. someone had posted. And it was quite interesting because this, I believe it's True Serum Science guy. I remember the emblem there, the moniker that he goes under. So they got a little round with weights. But when I noticed that, this guy's put comments on some of my videos. And I do believe, I have to look, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that it was something to do with Tony. So this guy, he's either, this True Serum Science guy is either Tony himself with a fake account, or it's some fanboy that worships this Tony guy. It's either one of those two, all right? So that's all I could make out of that. But this guy has posted on my channel, and I thought it was Blaha, because, who the hell knows anymore? I don't have any sock accounts or fake accounts, whatever they call them. I don't know the right pronunciation of what they call these. I don't do that. Who does that? I'm going to tell you, if you have a sock account or whatever they're called, you're a coward. You hide behind a keyboard. You're a chicken shit. You got no face. Your websites are empty. You go to them. Like I went to this website, this guy's website that T had put up. I went to him when he also posted on mine. And there's nothing there. It's just some stupid shit. And they do this to hide me. Because they're weak. They're weak little assholes that don't want to show themselves. And I've seen those people. I know who they are. All right. I think we're just going to keep it at 5 on these 5 cents. Let's give it a whirl, yeah. No grinder, huh? Whoop. $100 by 5. So anyway, this guy must be a fanboy. He's a butt boy. He's a Tony butt boy. Or it's Tony himself. All right, so since we're on this topic of Tony, I'm going to tell you this, and I want to get this out there. You'll see me lift up my shirt or do the poses and all that shit. But let me tell you something. I'm 70, almost 70 plus years. All right, so hey, listen, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm an old man, and by God, it's a miracle I can walk around and freaking without a walker and without, and not being on no medications. I'm not on high blood pressure. I'm on no meds. I'm not diabetic. So hey, knock on wood. So I don't want you to think that I've got some kind of inflated ego when I pose. I just do that for fun and to give myself a little pat on the back now and then, you know, for the work that I do out here. But let me tell you this, and I'm going to compare myself. This Tony guy, I'm going to bring him up. Let's thank this true sir, or whatever the fuck his name is, and say this. I would rather look the way that I do. You know, today I got on the scale, I'm 173, 174. Just shy of 175. I'm 5'9" and a half. I've got long legs. My legs are the longest. My torso's average, but my legs are long for my height. Okay? So I got long legs. And I would rather have the way that I look, with even being a little fluffy, than this a-hole that runs around in a park. The guy looks haggard. He looks drawn. The face is drawn. This guy, to achieve those low body fats, you have to suffer. The suffering of withholding calories, the suffering of all that endurance. And he thinks he's buying himself a ticket to longevity. You poor deluded soul, Tony. You poor deluded soul. Bruce Lee did I got a comment. Let me do this next set. We'll get into that. I got a comment from Steve on my video. Okay, Steve May or whatever, and I put up a video called "Cardio is detrimental to your health," and he posted something up, and then he reposted something about Bruce Lee, and he gave me Bruce Lee's training regimen. Okay, and I said in the other video, I said, hey. How does he know? He put down Bruce Lee's training regimen to the T. He must have gone online and got it to try to prove his point or make a statement of fact. Well, he left out one big critical thing, and that is that Bruce Lee died at 32 years of age. Bruce Lee, if you can look it up, I don't want to stomp on dead people and all that, but you can look it up. It was known that Bruce Lee had problems with drugs, marijuana, cocaine use, okay? You can go online, there's tons of videos on it, and he was also experimenting with enhancing drugs. And Enter the Dragon, did you know that his weight, I think he was 5'6", 5'7", something like that. He weighed 130, and by the time that filming ended on Enter the Dragon, he was 125 pounds. No thank you. No thanks. Cardio kills, brother. Especially when done excessively. So, all right. I could have got 5, but I didn't want a grinder. Just be safe, huh? 100 by 4. So, hey, granted, I've not known Bruce Lee, okay? I'm not taking anything away from him. I have all his books. I have a lot of his books, and I've studied his training philosophy and his fighting philosophy, and the man was ahead of his time. He was quite advanced as a martial artist. But you gotta put your foot down when you put your foot down. He overtrained, he did too much, and he deteriorated himself. himself. And that's the point. I'm going to segue back. Tony, I've seen you. I know what you look like. I don't know how tall you are, but I would say you're weighing in on the last one. You're probably weighing 135, 130, something like that, to be at that. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. And true science serum, whatever the hell your name is, you can have that body. I don't want it. I want to have some meat on me. If I carry a little extra fat, who cares? I can go eat my sirloins, my porterhouses, and my bacon and my eggs, and I can enjoy my life. Have a nice day, as the old man would say. The real old man, have a nice day. All right, so we got 3 in. We're going to go 2 more sets, and then we're going to finish this with lying tricep extensions. And on those, we're going to do pretty relatively high repetitions and barbell curls. We're going to do barbell curls today instead of creatures. Or I might just do hammers. I don't know. We'll see. So, anyway, this whole thing with, and then I want to say this too, since we're out here, let's kill some time. I don't know the name of the book. I just can't offhand. It's not popping. But there was a book written by a martial artist, and it raised a lot of controversy. It's a hard book to find. I don't even know if it's in print. But just put in martial arts masters dying young. You know, the old masters of the day. They all died in their mid-50s, you know, barely, a lot of them didn't even make it into their 60s. And I do believe wholeheartedly it's the excruciating amount of training they do, the punching, the extreme physical contact, getting hit in the head, you know, extreme body blows. These things will wear and tear on your body. That's why I got out of martial arts years ago. I mean, I still train it as far as kata and the art part of it. I love the art and I love the tradition. But as far as actually doing it or going to like a school, God forbid, I would never do any type of jiu-jitsu, judo, or any type of karate. It will rip you to shreds. You'll fuck yourself. Go do this too. Put in jiu-jitsu ruined my life. Or martial arts effed me up. There's guys with bad knees. I did it just 4 nights ago. I put in martial arts ruined me. Sure enough, bad knees, go back. Look at Bruce Lee. He was so severely injured with a back injury, he was in the hospital for like 6 months of traction. This is what kind of shit people do out here. And it's because they have a belief and they follow these beliefs to the very end. Like I said before, they will follow their veganism, they will follow their cultist lifestyles clear to until it kills them. And they will deny you. They will deny you. They will look you in the face. They could be dripping wet, 120 pounds dripping wet, and you're 170 and tower over them. And they will spew out shit in front of your face and tell you that you're wrong. You see how ludicrous these people are? It's crazy. It absolutely is crazy. All right. I don't want this freaking video to go freaking hours. These things always run long. I gotta get my point across. I'm just trying to have some fun. All right, 100 by 3. So we're at 4. one more set at 100 for food. Then I'm gonna finish it up and do an AMRAP with lighter weight, and then we'll be done with this exercise. Total of 6 sets. That'll be good enough. That's money in the bank. So anyway, back to this Steve guy. This Steve Longevity. Just like this Johnson guy, spending all this money. I don't even know how old this Johnson guy is. What is he, in his 40s? Spending millions and millions and millions of dollars with his own doctors, his labs. I mean, think about that, man. You gotta be fucking out of your fucking mind to do that. Why not, I'll tell you what you do. Instead of spending all them millions on longevity, this Johnson or whatever his name, this Longevity, now he's got some autoimmune disease. You know what you should have been doing? You should have gone to Tuscany, Italy, instead of blowing all that money, bought yourself a nice little yacht, have it parked out there in the ocean, which is beautifully blue, and the weather's always like 75, 80, beautiful. And you can look into the water and it's blue. And they got stone brick streets with Ferraris parked in local, coffee shops. And you know what you do? You come off your boat in the mornings and you go up and you have yourself a nice little omelet breakfast and a cappuccino and look out over the ocean and talk shit with beautiful women and people and have a great time. That's how I would live my life as Longevity. And all these fucking labs, it just shows you how obsessed and mentally fucking ill these people are. It's a mental fucking illness, it really is. You gotta really come down to earth and think about how sick these people are. And who knows, maybe it's just to get views on YouTube. You never know what people are gonna do. You never know. It could be just for views. But I don't see him doing it for views because he's already got a shitload of money. I don't know why he would need views. All right. So anyway, in my community section, I just put up, it's from, I just put up Cardio Kills, and it's from T Nation.